Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Chaos Gamers HG channel. Quick disclaimer, there's going to be a very off-putting microphone quality noise. My microphone is out of commission right now, so sadly I'm using a webcam microphone, so that's why the quality is not where it should be at the moment, but I'll fix it up pretty soon. Either way, this video is for a health project, and I know it sounds a little bit different and off for me to actually do something that has to do with school and involve it in the YouTube channel, but basically there's going to be a public service announcement about marijuana. So now, because this is a health project, a lot of you guys are going to be thinking that I'm going to be biased towards, oh, it should be legalized and so on and so forth. In reality, I'm actually going to tell you guys the drawback to marijuana as well as the positive effect of it, and you guys can take your pick of what you think is the right thing that should be done about this drug. Should it be illegalized or should it be legalized? So I think we should actually start sparking some good conversation about it, since a lot of people, I feel, don't actually know all of the benefits towards marijuana, and that's the purpose of this video. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So to make this video a little bit shorter, I'm going to give you guys all the pros right now. I'm going to be listing them on the screen, and I'm going to kind of go in depth a little bit of what those things actually mean and the science behind them, and then I'm going to go over the drawbacks of it. Now, the first one I'm going to knock down on the list is going to be hemp. And the reason why I'm going to be doing this one is because there's so many industrial uses involved with using hemp, and here are some of the few. Now, just the hemp seeds alone produce the amount of vitamins that the human body needs, and it has all of those things, as well as the industrial uses being hemp fibers and stalks are used in clothing, construction materials, paper, biofuel, plastic composites, and more. Now, the reason why that list is so important is because paper uses is a huge critical thing. Deforestation is a real thing that we need to actually address, and you know, the numbers are, they speak for themselves basically. 1 acre of hemp will produce as much paper as 2 to 4 acres of trees. Now, this will minimize the amount of deforestation by a critical number, because of the ratio involved in that is insane. As well as profiting numbers will go through the roofs. Now, besides the money part of it, is that it's also minimizing the amount of greenhouse gases that we emit, and saving trees can also filter out the air as well, so that the earth can actually run the way it's supposed to. Now, the second one on my list is going to be probably the most controversial one, which is going to be muscle and joint pain, as well as sleeping disorders. And the reason for these are because of delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC. THC is the active drug in marijuana that gets you high because it binds to your receptors in your central nervous system as well as immune system when heated, therefore making you high. And it is the only cannabinoid in marijuana to actually do so. Now, it is being sold as medical marijuana for side effect-free muscle relaxant, antidepressant, anti-inflammatory, and as well as there's a lot of science getting done behind whether it reduces anxiety, as well as side effects of chemotherapy and cancer reduction. Now, the reason why this is probably going to be the most controversial one on the whole entire video is because a lot of people don't actually agree with getting high, but there are many ways that you can actually take marijuana without actually smoking it. There's oils and stuff like that you can actually put in your drinks called tinctures, and so on and so forth. Now, the next two on my list are going to be knocked down pretty quickly. It goes to deforestation and anti-pollution. And deforestation I kind of already went over earlier on in the video. 1 acre of hemp produces as much as 2 to 4 acres of trees. So that right there is already a staggering number. So that's the reason why deforestation will be completely minimized if you actually legalize marijuana in all 50 states. And not only that, just legalizing marijuana in the whole entire worldwide could actually minimize deforestation greatly. Alright, so now here are the list of cons that I've come up with for marijuana. And some of these include distorted perception, problems with memory and learning, difficulty thinking and problem solving, loss of coordination, increased heart rate, and sometimes anxiety. Now, the first one being problems with memory and learning. So this one's pretty easy because of the fact that you smoke marijuana, but you kill your brain cells from inhaling it. That does actually lead to less memory, as well as, difficulty learning and so on and so forth. Now, I don't actually believe that this next one is actually completely true. It is an increased heart rate, and what they're implying there is that when you are under the influence of marijuana, your heart rate increases. There you have more of a chance of getting a heart attack while under the influence. My honest opinion, there's a lot of different things that can increase your heart rate, such as stress, or your fight or flight response kicking in, which is basically just your adrenaline levels getting pumped because you feel like you're in a harmful situation. It's a natural human bodily response. So by their theory, in the fight or flight response, or when my adrenaline's kicking in, I am at a greater risk of getting a heart attack, which is true because your heart rate is increasing. But that can go for the same thing as weed. Just because your heart rate is increasing doesn't mean that you're going to get a heart attack. So I don't believe that that's actually completely true. And the last con is going to be anxiety. So the reason why I put this on this list is because it is true, but it only happens mainly to first-time users because they are no longer in feeling of control of their body. So their brain freaks out and they get anxiety attacks because some people like to feel like they're in control of their body, which there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously you like to feel like you're in control. But again, it mainly happens to first-time users because they're not used to being high off the drug, and therefore they start freaking out. And that is going to be the closer for today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, as well as subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And Mr. Shaw, please give me some extra credit. Even